Huge news from Blizzard today, guys. If you're a little bit bored in Wrath of the Lich King with Ulduar, then don't worry, we're finally gonna be able to test Trial of the Crusader very soon. And we have a full schedule of how the PTR testing is gonna be. On top of that, if you missed it, Blizzard will be doing an announce on my stream on May 13th, kind of talking about a little bit of the future of World of Warcraft. And this is, in particular, we're talking about Classic, not retail, of course. So if you want to stay up to date on what's about to happen with World of Warcraft, then definitely make sure you're there at the finales of the Hardcore All-Stars. I quickly do want to preface that this is happening on a stream where we are doing a hardcore competition, but the announcement doesn't have to be about hardcore. Although you absolutely want to be there. It's like the biggest news you're ever gonna get about World of Warcraft since the announcement of Classic itself, probably. All right, now that I've hyped myself up a little bit too much, probably, let's get into the news that happened just a few hours ago. And that is that Agron announced that we will be seeing actual testing of Trial of the Crusader this weekend. The very first test will go live on May 4th. Now, the PTR itself will go live, like I said, on May 4th, but we're gonna have to wait one day before we can actually do Trial of the Crusader, or Trial of the Grand Crusader. The raid, ideally, is what we're gonna be focused on, and the first round of testing of that will be on May 5th at 11 p.m. PST, so that'll be 11 a.m. here in California, if you're me, but if you're over in CET or in Europe, that'll probably be at 20. Yeah, it'll be at 20 for you guys. And then the testing will last throughout the weekend, ending on May 8th at the same exact time. Then we're also gonna be able to test Isle of Conquest, the Brawl with Blues as it's being labeled. And I think that's because we're probably gonna be able to play against some of the actual people that designed the game. I would anticipate seeing a lot of the Blizzard employees, game devs, playing the game and doing this PvP action with us, just like they did when they were testing out Wintergrasp and increasing the size limit of that instance. Following that, on May 12th, we're going to be able to test out Titan Rune Dungeons. Now, be aware, I think this is the same date that we're getting the next open beta for Diablo, so you're going to have to choose what you're going to want to be playing, but the next version of Titan Rune Dungeons, and we'll finally figure out what's going to be dropping from these Heroic Plus dungeons, and how hard they're actually going to be. And then finally, on May 19th, we will have a second chance to enter into Trial of the Grand Crusader. With another round of testing of this raid, I would highly anticipate there will be some tuning as well as a ton of bug fixes. So if you want to stay up to date on how challenging this raid is so far in Classic, if you want to stay up to date on any of the tactics or strategies we are employing now to beat the bosses, because those always end up changing from what happened all the way back in the day, definitely make sure to stay tuned to the channel. I will keep you up to date on all of the news for World of Warcraft Classic. That includes Classic Era, Season of Mastery stuff, if that ever happens again, and of course, Wrath of the Lich King. So if you found this video helpful, definitely make sure to like and subscribe because it helps me out. And I guess leave a comment. Either way, YouTube algorithm, all that. Anyways, guys, have a great weekend in Trial of the Grand Crusader. If you want to see me rating it live and testing out everything possible, then come over and hang out with me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Sarthe. Peace!